to because
The 2K Sport. 2K Sports welcomes you to the following present.
There we go. Gotcha.
NBA now taking deposits. Season tickets for the next season. Stop by the fan assistance table on the East Concourse. See how you have an NBA season ticket.
Home game. My favorite place to play.
Come to the game and get a figurine of your favorite mascot. And give a loud we will see you again in another availability of any future game.
We are live in Boston, Massachusetts, the gem of New England,
So
as the Celtics are about to go into this interconference contest right here. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony as well as Doris Burke. And we've got David Aldridge on the sideline. And with Tip. Well, thank you, D.A. And Millsap is as crafty as it gets on defense. One of the most underrated players in the game. In what should be an exciting game to watch. Two of the most athletic teams in the league. Doris, what are the keys in this one?
Well, you'd think it would be about the pace, but to me, when there's this level of athletic ability, it's about the execution and patience on offense.
Yeah, it goes there.
You've got to sprint back in transition defense. Boy, you gotta appreciate the move. I know I did.
I'm sure
Going to the finger roll to get
the
the ball over the D.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. So out there for the Nuggets right now. Down low, it's Millsap and Jokic. Murray out there with Emmanuel Mudiay. And it's Chandler in at the 3 spot. Here's Mr. Clutch.
They got a basket.
The shot comes out. Good work defensively by Millsap. And there's a whistle that goes on Mr. Clutch.
Yeah, I'll sub you back up to upstairs. Thanks for subscribing to me, though. I'll subscribe to you right after I'm done with this video.
Boston want to keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
And guys, they just got so many good looks in that one, and the defense never able to affect their offensive rhythm.
Well, I think the defense from the other team was simply porous. There's no other way to put it. So many openings, and they made them pay for it.
And the foul called on Paul Millsap. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
First quarter of play, 1 minute played. Horford kicks to Morris. Nice ball movement by Boston.
Jump shot. Got it.
And it goes down 2 points.
Heating up early on. This is exactly how he wanted to start the night.
You're right. I mean, he's found his rhythm early. The defense has got to do a better job guarding him from this point on.
Jokic a screen. Mudiay with the ball. 20 points for him last game against Phoenix.
You know what else impressed me? How infectious his tenacity was. Simply a wrecking ball on the boards, collecting huge amounts of rebounds. Al Horford really cleaning the window right now. He's just pounding away on the opponent.
Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Chandler a screen. Now here's Murray. Covered by Irving. Shot clock at 6. Pulls up on the elbow.
That's foul
on the way up. 2 free throws.
Up too late.
The Nuggets shooting there.
I already have 2 fouls for the first one come from. Yo, I started the game so well, and somehow I have 2 fouls. Now I don't know where I got the first one from.
The Nuggets trail by 10 on the floor for Denver as we get going here in the second quarter. Chandler at small forward with Millsap the 4. Murray and Harris in the backcourt, and it's Collins in at the center position. Here's Murray.
Murray throws it down.
And love seeing Murray take it strong to the rack. A phenomenal finisher inside.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Mr. Clutch in their last game against the Grizzlies had a huge game. He finished with 42 points, and along with what he did on offense, he had a big defensive night as well. when you look at the stat sheet, he was mind-blowing. It's hard to imagine he can follow it up tonight with that same level of production. Kevin, we'll see.
All right, David, thank
There's
you,
a
guys.
three. Bang.
That performance. Wow.
I mean, it was really something to see. Yeah, he showed everybody just how special he is when he is on his game.
Well, that was an elite performance, and it didn't seem to matter what approach they used to try to slow this guy down. He had an answer for everything.
He set the pick. Count it, and the Celtic lead has been cut down to just 6 points on the bucket for Murray.
Well, Brad Stevens started his own preseason coaching summit in Boston. This guy is clearly dedicated to his craft. He's dedicated to learning from
Jump
his
shot.
peers.
Nope.
He is always
3-6
watching
early.
games from every different angle to try to learn.
Feeds to Millsap.
Oh, my God.
Able to get that one to go with all the contact.
Yeah, it's really incredible when you think about the evolution of Millsap's game. This is a guy who was a second rounder that's turned himself into a perennial all-star.
Trey Lyles checked in for the Nuggets.
There's a
And
three.
when
Bang.
you talk about just a natural basketball player, I think you got to envision a guy like Paul Millsap. He just does it all. He's got the skill level and versatility at that power forward position. And in this league today, you have to be able to impact the game the way he does.
Count it. Good.
Well, there is clearly a size mismatch. And from the mid-range, there's no way that shot's going to be blocked.
Tatum passes to Mr. Clutch. The 11-footer. That misses off the backboard. And you look at all the different things that Paul Millsap does for you on the court, Greg. Don't forget about the defensive end of the floor, too.
Yeah, great point. And all defense selection. One of the great big men in league history in terms of getting steals. Just unbelievable hands. And you know what? He epitomizes consistency.
Tatum.
Look at the course
No.
of his career. And that's the shot you want to create. They just can't get it to fall.
Well, certainly a disappointing result, but they'll live with the shot. You know, they'll take that every time.
Kicks it to Murray. Collins against Horford. And Harris wide open. He shoots. Harris for Clutch.
Out of my way. To the basket. Now go on.
There's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for two. Doris, what an honor. Inducted into your college's
I
Hall
knocked down
of
the
Fame.
first.
Something not many of us can say. What does that kind of
Get both to go.
honor do for the confidence for you personally going forward?
You know what? Providence College is a place that means a great deal to me. So what that Hall of Fame induction did was just remind me of all the special memories.
Rebound, Mr. Clutch.
We made some close with many of them today. And you know this, you know, if you've ever been inside a locker room, it's those moments when you're laughing until your stomach hurts.
Horford.
Fame
No.
team, that's what I'd say.
I think we're on the
That's
fun
what
team here on
it's
2K. Again, Millsap missing.
And they had some botched coverage. That
Three.
no
Bang.
Shot's good.
Couple yards for downtown.
consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift
start
for
here
their
tonight.
offense.
Denver
He's
calls
3 for
timeout.
3
They
from
come into this
2-point
having
range.
outplayed Phoenix the last game.
Yeah, terrific performance. Really synced on both sides of the ball.
Well, especially offensively. The chemistry these guys have is infectious, and it really shows.
Harris outside. Back to Murray for three.
Murray a three. No.
And Tatum pulls it down.
That's as good a look as he's going to get beyond the arc, but there are
Another
no
three.
things
Bang.
range, even for him.
Another one. Man, he's just gotten into a great rhythm out there.
You're just assuming at this point every shot he takes, it's going to go in. What a shooting performance.
Millsap kicks to Murray. To stop the run.
Murray. No.
He doesn't hit
Good.
that one. Now Boston takes it the other way.
And just not able to find the target from three-point range here in the second quarter, although he did knock down one in the first.
Here's Mr.
Right through. Oh, no,
It's
it's
hauled
out.
in by Lyle.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Harris
And
three.
here's Harris from the arc. Cans
Yes.
it from downtown. Harris has got 6 points in the quarter.
And he's on a good pace here from three-point range. Made one in the first, 2 more here in the second. It seems like with more to come.
Here's Mr. Clutch. Can't get it to go. The Nuggets trail by 11. Got a piece of it.
Stole
and here
it,
they come. By himself.
20 points.
Dunk at the end of the break.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
And that replay brought to us by Under.
All right, back with
Another
them. Timeout,
chaos
Celtics.
One of the more exciting plays in basketball.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. And some changes here for the Celtics. Morris is checked in for Tatum. Hayward comes in for Jaylen Brown. And it's Kyrie Irving in for Terry Rozier. Denver also making some changes. Jokic comes in for Collins. And it's Moutier in for Harris. Mr. Clutch, the pass to Hayward. And stolen by Murray. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Moutier with the ball.
Damn it.
And he's fouled on the shot. One free throw coming up. And so it's the Boston Celtics.
Kevin, thank you. 4 threes already in the first half. How have you found all those open looks?
I've done my best to stay active.
You know, I've just been trying to float and open up whenever I see a play start to develop. You know, if you hesitate just for a moment, things start to close up. So, you know, I've done my best to just stay active and be ready to shoot as soon as I have a chance. Small things like that add up at this level.
You have made the most of it in the first half. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime. Well, we're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. Mr. Clutch, he's checked in for Wells. And a switcher also for Denver. Murray's checked in for Gary Harris. Morris is the 4 with Horford in the middle. Irving is out there with Mr. Clutch. And it's Hayward in at the small forward position. That's the group for Brad Stevens getting going here in the second half. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Jokic has got 4 rebounds now tonight. And so it looks like Denver will retain possession here. Now let's take a look at how the shots have been divided up between 3-point shots and 2-point shots for the Celtics.
And boy, they've been producing points both inside and out. That kind of symmetry offensively is a great sign, and it's correlated with their early success.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Emmanuel Moutier spent a year in China prior to the NBA rather than playing in college. A lot of people respect what he did while he was over there. He said, being in a foreign country, everything is different. It made me mentally strong.
Fuck!
Now in the NBA, he said,
Man, I'm not happy with this one now. How do I get to my 5th foul already?
And so here's Denver.
They so well when I pick up my 5th foul.
Moutier kicks to Millsap.
You can't pick up my 6th. I'm not even gonna try.
The dish to Murray.
Much at all.
Over in the corner, Chandler sinks the 3.
Chandler knocks out 3.
Chandler's got 5 now.
You know, I think the defense is thinking, I don't have to guard him on the line, but that's just a matter of whether he can knock it down, and he does.
Here's Mr. Clutch. He's covered by Murray. Passes to Morris. To the right side. Just 5 on the clock.
Lays it up and a foul.
The foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. Doors have talked about the evolution of the specialist, the pure guys, for example, who in that category are some of the best in your opinion.
Well, I'm so happy that Klay Thompson has evolved from a guy who believed coming into the NBA that he would strictly be a 3-and-D guy to a much more versatile scorer. But in today's iteration, I would have to say Danny Green won a championship for the San Antonio Spurs, doing nothing but absorbing the biggest threat on the offensive end for the opponent and then being able to make huge threes at timely opportunities. Patrick Beverley, another guy grinding it out, increasingly making shots, and of course, tenacious on-ball defender.
Celtics leading by 15. Here's Mr. Clutch.
Hit the basket. I'll go line.
Blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And how about the numbers?
I knocked out first.
His last 10 games have been exceptional, averaging about 16 points, 7 rebounds, and 3 assists. He has been at his most dynamic, no question about it, a real handful.
Let's make no mistake, one of the elite talents in the NBA and operating at the highest level right now.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
And the Celtics making a change here. Brown's checked in, and Denver with a change here too. Hernan Gomez is checked in. The Celtics have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. The pass to Mr. Clutch. In the corner, Tatum
with 3.
And
yes.
The 3 ball is good. Tatum's got 8 points.
And Tatum's become a reliable outside shooter and has a good-looking stroke from deep.
Moutier kicks to Millsap. Over Brown. And it's off the back rim, no good.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Jaylen Brown, the aggressiveness down near the cup. This guy's attitude tremendous.
And Irving comes to help. For 3, Harris. It's hauled in by Brown. Boston leading by 18. Beyond the arc. No good on the shot. For Denver, they've gone 6 of 10 from the field in the third quarter. Moutier kicks to Harris. Denver the rebound. Jokic. And that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
And you just hate to give up those second chance points.
Well, you better be more physical on the glass because they wanted that rebound more than them, plain and simple.
Tries from 16. Morris, no good.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. The Nuggets have had 15 tries at the line. They've made 10.
And as a unit, they're shooting 78% from the line. That's a solid number to work with on the season.
And the second free throw, good. Boston's gone 2 of 3 when they've ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Here's Mr. Clutch. And he could not hit that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Paul Millsap picks one up, and he makes the first. Both shots good from the stripe.
25.
The Nuggets trail by 17. Harris outside. Back to Moutier. Jokic a screen. Pass to Hernan Gomez. The second effort, and he makes the bucket through contact and gets the whistle too.
And he's been the key for their offense with the way he shot the basketball.
Oh, he's been outstanding offensively. His performance has been one of the things that's gone right for them.
Wells, he's checked in for Brown. Morris passes to Mr. Clutch. He dishes it to Tatum. The Celtics working the ball around now. Here's Mr. Clutch, guarded by Harris. Morris kicks to Tatum. Just 2 to shoot. Shoots. Knocks it loose. A second chance effort. Moutier with the rebound. Moutier's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Morris passes to Mr. Clutch. And Jokic with the rebound. Jokic has got rebound number 8 now on the night. For 3, Harris. That's in for his 5th field goal of the game. Makes him 5 for 12 so far.
And making plays for others. One of the many ways Millsap can beat.
Now.
Here's Mr. Clutch, guarded by Harris. To the wing right side. Wells passes to Mr. Clutch. The feed now to Wells. 5 to shoot. Here's Mr. Clutch. Good. Assist goes to Irving. That's 28 points for Mr. Clutch.
He tore it up from downtown in the first half. Now hits this one. Dangerous shooter, guys.
To the middle.
Good play to work it tonight.
Jokic, no good.
Boy, the defense gets into his head and alters his release when he really doesn't have to. Boy, you think about the virtuoso ball handlers in NBA history, Kyrie Irving has got to rank at the top of that list. You know, his ability to dissect defenders, get into the lane, that is the foundation of his offensive game.
Pass to Harris. Millsap a screen. And now Wells pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And the whistle blows as the basket counts, and a three-point play chance right here on free throw coming up.
Yeah, sprinting end to end, but under control. That's the key.
33.
No, exactly right, Greg. You can't go too fast. He pulled that off in brilliant fashion.
Smart's checked in for Boston. The Nuggets also changing it up. Mason Plumlee's checked in for Jokic. Lyle comes in for Hernan Gomez. And it's Jamal Murray in for Moutier. And he got the whistle, so he'll have a three-point play opportunity. So we'll see Paul Millsap go to the line here. That one on Wells. And the fans get their money's worth watching Urban. My goodness, Doris, he puts on a show.
Oh, he certainly does. He's got every move in the book. A devastating crossover, a little in and out dribble, the hesitation.
I'm continuing to make my shot.
Stop on a dime and hit the pull-up.
No one's been able to guard.
Stop which way to go.
Millsap sets the pick for Murray. He kicks it to Millsap. Over Smart. And the shot no good, a bit short.
Boy, just enough defensive attention to throw that shot off target.
There we go.
Mr. Clutch.
And it's been about
my jump shot.
Offensively. I mean, they have been superb.
There's no doubt. They're making all the right moves. Their chemistry tonight has been phenomenal. So, guys, his scoring has been maybe the biggest factor in building this lead, and he's got plenty of energy left.
And that replay presented by Under Armour, showing us the fantastic steal that led to that fast break finish. Another unleashed chaos moment. Near the three-point line, it's Millsap. The shot, no good.
I'll tell you, his inconsistency not helping their cause at all.
Oh, finally missed one.
Denver's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. Harris outside. Passes it to Lyles. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Lyles got 10.
Guys, listen, the defense was totally invisible on that three-point attempt. Nobody even in his zip code.
Here's Mr. Clutch. And good.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Here's Murray. 11 points in the game.
41 points in the third quarter.
There's 42 seconds left in the third quarter. Millsap inside, guarded by Smart. And that one's good. Millsap.
He's got such soft touch around the rim. The D has to try to keep him out of the paint, because if he gets close, it's lights out.
Morris a screen. There's a screen. Dishes it to Wells. Here's Mr. Clutch. And he's got 41. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Mr. Clutch has got 43 points.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Millsap a screen. Out to the wing. Murray for 3. And again, Denver with the triple.
You gotta love whenever Murray goes straight up with the jump shot off the pass. He's so good at reading the
Well, through 3 quarters of play. Down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Celtics out in front. They lead by 18. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the fourth quarter. Brad Stevens talking to his team.
Hey, we're doing so many good...
Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter.
Go.
Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. Boston leading by 18, and Denver will start the fourth quarter with Curry and Harris in the backcourt. Plumlee out there with Lyons.
They'll throw it down.
In at the small forward.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finish hard with 2 hands on that stuff. Now here's Murray. Harris kicks to Plumlee. Denver
45 points right now.
Feeds it to Chandler. 6 to shoot. 9 feet out. Rebound by the Celtics. Horford's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Here's Mr. Clutch, guarded by Harris. Kicks to Tatum. He feeds it to Smart. Here's Mr. Clutch.
They get the basket.
Smart gets the assist. Smart's got 4 assists in the game.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Out left to the wing. Stolen by Smart. Here's Mr. Clutch. And there's the Celtics with another basket.
49.
This is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
Well, you want to slow this man's roll
Sorry,
right
missed
now
that one
for the
completely,
defense,
man. Because every time I shoot fast, my guy jumps in and never goes in. This time it went in. I jumped too early.
Inside the line. Cans the shot with nobody near him. Celtics leading by 22. Now the pass to Mr. Clutch. And it's sent back by Plumlee. Chandler kicks to Harris. From outside, off the mark.
Oh, he'd like to have that one back. You almost never get that wide open a look.
There you go, Tatum.
In through the contact, and they call the foul. And he's on his way to the free throw line.
And they're scoring much more efficiently here in the second half, and they've gotten that field goal percentage above 50.
Emmanuel Moutier's checked in for Gary Harris.
Yeah, Tatum plays with a lot of confidence. He feels like he can take on anyone and already proving to be a great leader at his age.
Chandler with the ball. Now guarded by Tatum. Plumlee sets the pick for Chandler.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Rebounded by the Celtics.
Well, that's tough defensive paint, harassing him every step of the
Jump
way.
shot, got it.
Good for Mr. Clutch.
Gordon Hayward doesn't just look for his own shot. He is terrific at finding the open man.
Nuggets have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Here's Moutier.
Blocked.
On it. Pass to Mr. Clutch. Three-pointer. But they recover it. Back to Smart. Passes it to Mr. Clutch. Moves back up.
Foul.
2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And the foul called on the Denver Nuggets. Of course, you've talked a bit about leadership, both on and off the floor. What are some of the traits, in your opinion, that make someone a person who would want to follow and the characteristics of a leader?
You know, I'd say someone who prioritizes winning, even at the expense of their own success. That would be the first thing. And then someone who is ultra competitive. Somebody who's available on a night-by-night basis. Somebody who doesn't let a little nick or a bruise impact their availability on a particular night. So unselfishness, competitiveness, and availability are 3 attributes that I love.
And leaders can be followers from time to time, too, don't you think?
There's no question about it. You have to be willing to be a part of a group, and sometimes that means ceding your leadership position.
And here's Barea.
Barea plays on this team. Oh, God.
Shortening the preseason, adding a week to the regular season to avoid some back-to-back doors. How much is that going to help the players, you think, stay healthy?
You know, this is a fascinating development in one of the areas where the NBA was so proactive in long-term health and well-being of their players. Kevin, I'm anxious to see. Everybody was frustrated by the number of preseason games. They didn't matter. And so I think by taking some of those games that have 0 impact on the season, 0 impact on how you evaluate and put your team together is going to be critical to avoiding back-to-backs and the dreaded 4 games in 5 nights. I'm so excited to see how this plays out.
Doris, we're going to get a better product in the regular season. We're going to see players fresher, less injured. I mean, it's a win-win.
Agreed.
And that's a great play on the backboard for him. I mean, it's what we expect. All his second chance points do not come.
The shot's good from Mr. Clutch.
Boy, they have leaned on this guy to carry their offense today, and he has come through with flying colors.
55 points and 55% shooting.
It's Brown with the drive. Shoots over Arthur. Takes it from 10. Putback.
That was not what I meant to do.
It's good on the putback.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
to the left side wing. Wide open look here for Murray. No good on the three. The Celtics on offense. They're on a 17-6 run. Pass to Rozier. There's the pick. Over to the left wing. Brown wide open. He fired. And a miss there on the triple.
Well, he hasn't been a big contributor tonight for sure, but it hasn't prevented them from being in a position to grab the win.
The dish to Arthur.
Trying to get the 60. I'm not going to get
Best
that.
In the corner, Murray with it. Shot clock at 5. Gets that one through the hole.
I'm not going to try and pick up my
13 in this game.
And with Murray, you have an all-around scorer, someone who feels comfortable shooting from just about any spot on the court.
Come on, make that one. There you go, Jalen.
And piling on to that big lead. We know he has the range late on the defensive reaction.
You always got to D up on the perimeter. When you don't, this is what happens.
For 3, Murray.
Nope.
And Boston with the rebound. Rusale's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Here's Mr. Clutch. He's guarded by Arthur. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. That one is on Arthur. Doris, the revenue-generating streams for players these days, more endorsements, acting opportunities, event appearances, you name it. What impact do you think that has had on the evolution of guys wanting to play in big markets, big cities?
You know, I think the world is smaller, and so it's not necessarily a requirement to be in a large market in order to have some marketing success. You know, you look at any number of stars, even Russell Westbrook in Oklahoma City, he's pitching any number of major company because of the level of talent. So I think it's been a good thing. I think it really comes down to where are these players comfortable. It's much more about organization and opportunity to win than it is city.
And stolen by Murray. And now the Nuggets. Fast break. Pull-up jumper. And he nails the jumper. Murray's got 9 points now in just the second half.
And the quick feet of Murray really doing an extraordinary job getting out in transition.
To the wing right side.
Ojale. Yes.
That's good.
I'll tell you, you give him a free look from three-point range, that is simply a recipe for disaster.
Denver's gone.
What am I shooting now?
0-3 so far in the 4th quarter from long range. Here's Murray.
Oh, wow.
Now here's Barea. Defense is right there. And Rozier pulls it down.
Boy, it's tough to see how he misses that one. I don't think the defense was all that tight on him.
Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game.
Malik Beasley, he's checked in for Denver. On defense, the Nuggets. Here's Mr. Clutch. Hangs in the air. It's blocked. Loose. It's stolen by Brown. And here comes Brown, leading the fast break.
Get in there.
Again, the miss by the Celtics. Denver shooting a paltry 33% in the 4th. Not a good showing for this.
All right, thanks.
Arthur kicks to Collins. To the paint. The shot's good from Paul.
I'm taking 41 shots.
Basketball being played right there. You see the open man, and you deliver the ball right away.
It's stolen by Arthur.
And so this happens to me all the time in the final minutes. I just start turning over the ball.
Performance for Boston.
Wow,
you don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely
come on. You're allowing a little guy to
the
take
approach.
A
they just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And the effort here tonight, adding to the W column for the season. It'll go down as their 48th win.
Important. With this win, they split the season series at a game apiece and also avoid the sweep. And that has to be a relief.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Mr. Clutch.
I think his steals tell the story. This guy was a disruptive force, and I don't think you can underestimate how important it is for a team to have someone in that role.
Beasley dishes to Barea. It's not going to go for him. Some solid defense from Brown. Pass to Yabusele. Here's Mr. Clutch from deep three-point range. Excellent D there from Beasley.
And, you know, he's got the ability, but the question is that really the best shot you can get?
You know, I don't think so, Greg. The defense will give up that deep a shot all day. You got to continue to move the basketball.
Here's Mr. Clutch. There's the triple.
60.
And so it's
I won. I won 60. I won.
This game may not have been the most.
Good game. I have time, so I'll probably play one more game for you guys tonight. See how good I can play the last one. Get my 40 points back up there, yes.
DJ!
Ah!
It's a game. Nice. Listen, Kevin and the guys want to talk to you back at the studio. Right this way.
Let's do it.
Yo, this gets to be so annoying. Hey, you guys ask the same questions. Ask something else.
What's up? Kenny the Jet here. That might have been the most dominating game from one player that we've seen all season. Now, what led to this offensive explosion by you?
Honestly, I just feel that our team had been leading up to having a great game offensively, and I was able to be on the end of the team's hard work. When we make plays, it doesn't matter who gets to finish, and you know, I thought we did an excellent job of creating tonight.
Well, you guys created, but the opportunities went to you.
Thank you.
No. This is my YouTube channel. What's the name of your YouTube channel, Dino? Because I can't find it right now. I'm trying to add you right now, but I cannot find it. Let's play.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Is it just Dino 2X?
Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Great to have you with us on 2K Sports.
No.
Tonight we'll see the Boston Celtics
Oh,
against
X,
the Atlanta Hawks.
okay. That's what it was. Okay,
Phillips
never
Arena.
mind.
Wins have been few and far between of late for Atlanta.
Ah, here you are.
They dropped the first matchup agaast this squad. They'll try
I subscribe to you, Dino.
in tonight's game.
Thank you for subscribing to me. Okay, give me a second. Broadcast, comments. YouTube channel. I'm a small 2K YouTuber. Small play. No problem. Small. Thank you for watching my videos and subscribing to me. Small 2K. So yeah, you guys can watch this because this is the only time tonight you will see Kyrie Irving is in this because if you guys are a Celtics fan, Kyrie Irving is out again tonight with his injury. Also, Marcus Morris won't be playing either because of injury. So yeah, we're gonna be shorthanded against pretty much the worst team in the NBA. So if we lose to them, that's kind of retarded, even though we don't have them too. I think we're going to be able to blow. Mostly, we could beat New York by 30 without Kyrie. We probably could beat Atlanta by 50 without Kyrie. Because it's Atlanta. So, yeah. Be a big win for us. Most importantly, coming out Sunday. And then we head to Toronto on Tuesday, which is the biggest game of the year. Because of the way the way the seedings are right now, with us being up by 2 games on Toronto.
Before we get going,
but
let's catch up with our Hall of
it either
Famer,
can go
David
up
Aldridge.
from here or down with a loss.
Thank you, David. And a lot of teams at this point in the season know they're out of it. No playoffs for them.
Right.
Really, they're just trying to get their ducks.
This will be my final game of the year of the night.
Play the younger guys
thing
at that time,
really
Kevin.
fulfilling me.
And then sometimes you have some veterans that just still come out, and that's what you want to have. Guys that lead the way and be.
Oh yeah, we're just missed a wide
it sucks not to be in the playoffs.
Jump
but
shot.
You got to understand is you got to still play the right way under any circumstance.
And now the opening lineup for Boston.
Foul.
Abusele out there with Horford. And it's Mr. Clutch.
How do you foul right away on the first
and it's
possession?
Hayward in at the 3-side. The Hawks shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight. And both free throws good for Prince. And here's Irving. Here's Mr. Clutch. Pass to Yabusele. Here's Mr.
There's a
Clutch.
3. Bang! As my 3-point luck continues.
With triple, his first basket of the game. Schroeder against Irving. Now the pass to Leiden. Oh, good.
Damn, how did I not grab that? I just so hot.
Schroeder against Irving. Here's Mr.
Wide open layup.
Good.
Got it.
The assist goes to Irving. Mr. Clutch is.
Come on, how are you going to allow the best player in the NBA to get a wide open layup?
Tremendous vision. Finds the open man.
To the inside. Dorsey lays it up and in on the nice reverse.
Wow. With the defense bearing down on him, he calmly flips in the reverse.
Picked by Horford. Here's Mr. Clutch.
They again to the basket.
Right to the cup using that screen. He has 7.
If you're going in amongst the trees, you have got to be aggressive.
Especially at that kind of height disadvantage. You're looking to score the ball or at least draw the foul.
A second chance effort. Prince misses.
Uh-oh. He misses the bunny. I think he thought somebody was coming over to contest it. I'll tell you, the defense dodging a bullet right there. That's his shot.
He dishes it to Schroeder. Sullinger with a screen for Schroeder. So the wing on the left. Dorsey. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
More of a score-first point guard, but Schroeder doing a good job of finding the open vein.
And Jared Sullinger picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Now Irving. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Here's Mr. Clutch.
Thank you.
Strong start here early. 4 of his first 5 made.
The Hawks have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game.
I saw 4 for 4 for 3 last game. I'm so far 1 for 2 in this game.
Boston's gone 1 of 2.
This time only made one. It's kind of surprising.
Here's Mr. Clutch.
Oh, damn. Oh, that was smart. I would have had dunk. They did a good thing by stripping the ball from me in that last second. That really messed up everything.
This is it to Mr. Clutch.
Wide open, and give me the end one. Oh.
On the way up, that'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Really, the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
And he buried a bunch of shots from the stripe in that last game. And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Schroeder against Irving. The drive by Schroeder. Terrific design on the pick foot. He lays it in. Schroeder's got his first 2 points of the night.
He is so good going to the basket. Schroeder knows how to keep this man off balance.
Mr. Clutch, the pass to Irving. Here's Mr. Clutch. He's coming off an unbelievably scoring game. 5 on the clock. Horford with the screen on Sullinger.
And one.
And oh, boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. And a quick look at how things have been since the All-Star break. Checking out the 3-point shot ratio for the Celtics.
And clearly they haven't been shy
13
about
points.
launching it from long range. That's the way the league has been going, and they are certainly embracing that trend.
Atlanta making a switch here. Muscala's checked in. Another 3 for Atlanta. Now, you look at Coach Bud, Mike Budenholzer of the Hawks. You got to love the equal opportunity offensive style he employs.
Yes, right out of the San Antonio Spurs playbook. A lot of passing. They talk about we want to get a great
shot, banks it in.
Good shot. Unselfish basketball. No one rotating over to help on the mismatch. Easy lay-in.
Also, because he was right next to the basket. Made so much
now
easier.
Dorsey. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Brooklyn. Here's Schroeder.
Damn it, Sullinger. You're still in the league in this?
And Sullinger kicks to Prince.
Jesus. Oh, you would be out already.
Hawks passing it around. Dorsey, that's good.
And Schroeder becoming a more consistent floor general out there.
Celtics trail by 4. Pass to Mr. Clutch. Outside Irving. Mr. Clutch, the pass to Yabusele.
Goddamn, Yabusele. You gotta shoot some of these
Irving
shots.
dishes to Hayward.
Oh, wow. Thank you for the wide open layup.
Mr. Clutch. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Schroeder kicks to Sullinger. Irving against Schroeder. Prince outside. Sullinger the screen for the 3. Rebounded by
Mr. Clutch.
Their blown opportunity after the
Kyrie for 3. Oh, never mind. For 2.
Everything but the finish.
And a lot of scoring here early on. This is the type of game that fans love to see.
I love it. Really, both teams running plays.
What? They went off his hand. That's dumb. That was off his hand.
2 minutes now played in the second quarter. On the floor for Boston. Hayward out there with Tatum. Then there's Irving.
That was stupid. I should have went to the
Clutch.
basket.
And it's Yabusele in at the 5 spot. On the sideline.
Dumb shot
with
by
Hall of
me.
Famer
Should have went to
David
the
Aldridge.
basket.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Mr.
Hey,
Clutch in the
Tatum?
last game against the Nuggets delivered quite a performance. He finished with 57 points.
Wow.
And he got there the usual way. An impressive barrage of 3-pointers. A very solid stat line for him in what was a terrific outing. And you know he wants to keep the momentum going, Kevin.
Thanks, David, for another reminder of just
oh my God, wow.
performance that was.
One that everyone's still talking about tonight. He dominated that game in just about every way possible.
I'm so excited. I can't wait to see what he's got in store for us tonight. Maybe he tops himself again. I think he just might do it.
Sullinger with a screen for Prince. Over Hayward. Misses off the right iron.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
Mr. Clutch.
There you go, Yabusele. And you miss a wide open layup. There you go.
It goes, jamming that one home.
And putting in the work on the boards, and it's paying off with chances like that.
And gee, he does put in the work. You're right. It's why he's on the finishing end of one putback slam after another.
He just never gives up on any play, any shot. He's always battling in the paint. He's one of the best at that position.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long
there
time
we go.
without a bucket.
It's good, and the Hawks lead is cut back down to 3 points with the bucket for Mr. Clutch. Schroeder dishes to Sullinger. Pass to Farrell.
Got 3-point shot. That's good enough.
Back to Sullinger.
I'll take that ball.
Boston takes possession.
And we get a chance to check out the numbers for Kyrie Irving. First in three-point field goal percentage, and he's in the top 10 in field goal percentage. Really able to power his way to the bucket and finish through contact.
And not only is he hitting from deep, he's doing it with great consistency.
Oh, what?
One of our league's most efficient three-point shooters.
How?
He's having a tough quarter scoring the basketball and able to help them close this gap.
Here's Leiden. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Schroeder's got 5 assists
Don't
tonight.
understand how that doesn't go in.
Celtics trail by 5. Here's Mr. Clutch. 17 points in the game.
There we go.
Looks good, is good. That's his 7th basket in 12 tries.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Prince kicks to Farrell. Sullinger the screen. Here's Leiden.
Good defense, Tatum. Just a good shot, though.
Leiden's got the lead up to 5 now for the Hawks.
His temperature is rising. I mean, it is rising.
Here's Mr. Clutch. Shot no good. Prince with the defensive effort.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
I think I have him, but I still make shots.
Rebound by the Celtics. Fresh from a win against the Nuggets.
And I know the defense wasn't great, but still, their ability to stay composed was impressive.
When things come too easy, it's easy to lose focus. But they held each other accountable and played hard.
Here's Prince after Gordon Hayward's bucket. And that one's good. Schroeder.
Tremendous work inside by Dennis, using every inch of his frame to finish.
Here's Mr. Clutch. Here's Tatum. And, there's a whistle.
Every time.
That's for a layup. And while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call a foul shot or not, but sure enough they have. So he'll head to the free throw line. And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And, you know, guys, he had a big game at the free throw line in their last outing.
On the pass to Leiden. Sullinger the screen. Sullinger with a screen for Prince. Another miss by Prince.
Unfortunately for him, the defense is slow to react, but he couldn't make them pay.
Taken away.
That was my turnover?
Here's Farrell. This game he had 12.
That's what
Prince the pass to Leiden. And Sullinger kicks to Farrell. Clock at 6. Jumper off the screen. Gordon Hayward comes up with the rebound. Boston trailing. And Gordon Hayward steadily increasing his scoring in the NBA, but he's also a playmaker.
Even attacking off the bounce, he'll find you. That's the mark of a really good player. He draws attention and makes his teammates much better.
And just carrying over from his last game, completely dialed in. You can sense his confidence.
I totally agree. Heat check after heat check. He realizes, man, I'm still hot.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Muscala, he's checked in for Leiden. And a change for the Celtics. Horford's checked in, and that one's good. Schroeder.
You see he's feeling it now. Shot looks much more in sync this quarter.
Pass to Mr. Clutch.
How did that not go down?
Sullinger's there. Here's Mr. Clutch. And it's denied. Schroeder against Irving. Farrell for 3. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Schroeder's got 6 assists now in the game. The Celtics trail by 5. Here's Mr. Clutch.
Get in there, man.
Banked in off the glass. Horford's got his second
awful
bucket.
second
Top-notch post game. It's just one of the ways Horford helps his team. One of the more important ways, though, is because he's a tough matchup down low.
Now here's Prince. He's coming off a 13-point game against Brooklyn. Here's Mr. Clutch. He's guarded by Schroeder. Count that bucket. And it's now only a 1-point Hawks lead.
Nice interior passing, and then the strong finish.
To the left wing. It's up a 3. Good on the triple. Muscala's got 6.
And that's one way to extend the lead. Continue to light it up from long range. They have all the confidence in the world right now from the three-point line.
Here's Mr. Clutch. 1 point in the game.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
It looked like a total breakdown to me there. He exploited that hole perfectly and made them pay.
Ball's knocked loose. Out of bounds, Atlanta takes possession. Both teams changing it up here.
Halftime, we're up by 2.
David. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following half. We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. What can you say, Mr. Clutch? An impressive effort here today.
And every team needs this. A guy who challenges the defense with that slashing ability.
You know what? So many teams focus on the perimeter and alley-oops. It's important to have someone who can work that in-between area.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. On the court for Atlanta, Jared Sullinger is out there with Lighton. Then there's Dennis Schroeder, and it's Dorsey in at the 2 guard.
Trying to shoot his way out of this slump, but thus far, not working.
You know what? At some point, you have to decide. Do you keep pressing the issue, or do you focus on setting up others?
Well, the NBA can be a superstitious place at times, Steve, with all the quirks and characters in the league. And when you played, what was the strangest game day ritual that you ever saw?
I think Harold Miner. He touched everything with his nose. His gym shoes, his wristbands, the basketballs at the free throw line, and everybody did. And I think for me, as I got older, it wasn't strange. It was out of necessity. I had to get in some kind of steam room and have all those hands wrapped around me just to get loose to play.
I like that story. I don't like Baby Jordan's story, though. Harold Miner, that doesn't work for me. I don't understand that.
There we go.
That one goes. Count it.
Amazing how he gets this one to go. Size doesn't matter.
But it can in the painted area. Regardless, he's crafty enough to get up a good shot.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
For Atlanta, they have made 3 of their first 5 foul shots tonight.
Up again.
No good on that one. Good on the second free throw.
Yeah.
Boston leading by 5.
I got right through. I went through I went through both of the players. Literally, there was a little hole. I went right through and got to the basket. That's crazy. It's like a Kyrie move right there. That's a stupid foul.
That's foul number 2 for him.
That's crazy.
And, we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. Pass to Leiden. Sullinger a screen on Horford. 5 to shoot. Leiden makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals. 5 for 8 in the game. Boston shooting 52% from the floor. Nice work so far from that. Yabusele.
Oh, there you go, Yabusele.
Good on the putback.
It's Yabusele, not Yabusele.
Now for the Celtics.
And they continue to control the glass.
It's good from long range. Leiden's got 15 points.
Unstoppable. He has got it on automatic out there.
There's the steal.
That's Kyrie's pass that went to him.
Dorsey. And
get out of here. You ain't
rebound.
scoring after
Mr. Clutch has got 3
return
rebounds
turnover.
so far in the game.
It was not my fault at all.
The 3.
Ah.
The shot that time, not on target. So Atlanta will take it the other way. Coming off that loss against the Nets.
And, you know, their focus wasn't there in that one. Same with the shot selection.
I've seen worse shooting nights, but this was pretty bad, and it obviously cost them the game.
Now here's Schroeder. He has 6.
And on some plays, everything goes your way except for the finish.
Here's Mr. Clutch to the left side lane.
Hey, Horford.
And Horford wide open.
Wide
He
open.
shoots. Nice shot from the wing. He's got 8.
And you have to like the location of this pass. Gives it to him where he can do something with it.
Schroeder with the ball. Guarded now by Irving.
What?
There's a whistle. That goes on Mr. Clutch. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Atlanta making a switch here.
Oh,
Blacks
my
checked
God,
in.
that's
Celtics
weird.
also with a sub.
Oh,
Terry
okay,
Rozier's
okay,
checked
Hayward.
in
Just
for
take the
Irving.
ball with me.
And there's the pass to Mr. Clutch.
Foul and one.
And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Clearly a foul.
He's gone 6 of 6 from the free throw line. Tatum, he's checked in for Al Horford. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. The Hawks trail by 7. Prince kicks to Dorsey. Knocks down the 3 ball. Dorsey's got 23 points.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those 3-point attempts.
Here's Mr. Clutch.
Oh,
and so it
off.
looks like the Celtics will retain possession here. Now that we have a second, take a look at the teams that have scored the most points off turnovers over the last 10 games.
God.
Number 1, the Celtics.
I mean, they've gotten a little more aggressive defensively. You can become a more confident team on that end. And so much of it, I think, has to do with forcing turnovers and creating offense.
Gets the 3-pointer to fall. Mr. Clutch has got 33 points.
When he gets it going out there, look out.
I like that shot.
Schroeder dishes to Black. Here's Leiden. He's got 15. Kicks it out to Schroeder. 4 on the clock. Atlanta needs to get off a shot here. Was shot by Dorsey, no good. Celtics leading by 5. Here's Mr. Clutch. 33 points for him. Tatum kicks to Hayward. Here's Mr. Clutch. The second effort. He lays it in. Mr. Clutch has got 12 points here in the second half.
He's been making plays all quarter on a terrific hot streak, helping to build out this lead.
There's the pick. Here's Leiden. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Watching Jason Tatum. It's
there you go.
A jack of all trades,
Yeah,
and master of none. He does everything reasonably well.
Hey,
on the
Skull,
basketball
MLG.
court. Just doesn't do anything great. Having said that, though, Tatum is one of those guys that I think improves the overall
That's an awful
IQ
shot.
of your team, and terrific size at his position.
Here's Mr.
Wide open
Clutch.
3.
They lead by their biggest margin of the game.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And there's a whistle that goes on Mr. Clutch. That will get him.
We promised what?
About a minute and a half in. On the court for the Celtics, we've got Mr. Clutch. Horford is out there with Yabusele, and it's Hayward, and it's Irving at the 1. Now here's Hayward. Here's Mr. Clutch.
Air 1.
The whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, easy call.
First one falls for him. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Hawks have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. And stolen by Horford. And up the court come the Celtics on the break. The putback.
That's
Great
stupid.
on the putback.
I just doesn't want to go in.
And the Celtics lead by 1.
And boy, have they been hitting the backboard in this game or what? Kind of surprising. It's such a tight game.
There's the screen.
I tried.
And once again off the mark by Atlanta. The Celtics have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. There's Mr. Clutch. And easy 2 points on the layup. Mr. Clutch has got 39.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
My streak continues of over 30 points.
Joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. And it's Schroeder missing.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
3, bang!
For Mr. Clutch.
Yeah, give it up for the
42 points for Mr. Clutch.
And you love having a big man show off.
Timeout, Atlanta.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. And at this point of the game, getting a break here, important for the teams to regroup and for the...
At the same time, I'm just going to quickly look. Can you sub to me for a sub back? Yeah, you sub to me, I'll sub to you back. Okay, give me a second. Shit, where am I going? Oh, wait. Sorry, guys, just trying to look at something quickly. Hey, oh, okay, dicks. Okay. Yeah, I'll sub to you also. Or you sub to me back, Skull.
Get rehydrated with Gatorade. Get ready to play strong to finish off the game. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey guys, well, Mike Budenholzer had some advice for the team during the timeout. He is not happy with the turnover. He said, we have got to get some shots. It's as simple as that, guys. Play smart and value the basketball. We'll see if the message sunk in, Kevin.
Shooting from Atlanta.
And he knocks down the first one.
And one of the problems
subscribe
in the first half,
I just subscribed to your stall.
At the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break. Well, he's come through for them at the line today, and you love having a big fella who's so capable on his free throw.
There's Mr. Clutch. Fires the 3. Intense shot, and Horford lays it up and in.
And this has been an outstanding display on the boards, and it's a big part of why they have a lead in this game, doing the dirty work down low.
And so it's Atlanta with it. Lets it go from 11. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Dorsey's got 25 points.
And he's really made the most of his opportunities today. I mean, he needs to keep working for those kinds of looks.
And I'll throw it down.
Nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
If you aren't going to at least step in front of him, you can't be surprised when he throws it down like that.
Kicks to Dorsey. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. Dorsey's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Man, both teams scoring at a higher rate here down the stretch.
You know what? It's all about the offense. Decisive and
46 points for Mr. Clutch.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Lets it go with the 3.
49 points for Mr. Clutch.
Mr. Clutch has got 49 points in the game.
No, it's scary because he's just been a matchup nightmare.
That's my 3-point shot for the last 2 days has been working.
Pass to Wyden. Fires the 3.
Wyden, no.
Rebound, Boston. Horford's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
Stolen
by Schroeder.
That's my 4th turnover.
Schroeder all alone.
Good job, Kyrie. I have to go
right with it. Gets the foul with the bucket, and he'll go to the line.
I'll tell you.
Dirts. Okay.
Schroeder's a tough kid. You see the added strength. We'll see if he can complete the and one.
And Dennis Schroeder very slippery with the ball in his hand.
Oh, yo, you see the quickness, Kevin. He can get wherever he wants on the court. It's all about finishing when he gets in there.
Yeah, and the work they've done at the line has been impressive here in the second half.
Here's Mr.
51.
Clutch, and the shot goes down. Mr. Clutch has got 51.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Sullinger with the ball, and it's Horford picking him up. It's Prince on the wing.
Prince trying it open, gets fouled.
Has really improved here in the second half.
The first free throw is good. That one falls, so he hits both of them. So it's the Celtics now. 6-point game. They get to take on the Bulls at Chicago after this one. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip. Passes it to Yabusele. The Celtics working the ball around now. The kick out to Irving. To the paint. 4 on the shot clock. And
there we go. 53.
Once more for Mr. Clutch. Mr. Clutch has got 53. Now Dorsey. Schroeder with the ball. And it's Horford picking him up. Sullinger with the bucket.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
Again, Mila basket.
Yes, and it's Irving
55.
55 points for Mr. Clutch.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Here's Leiden. Dishes to Schroeder. Prince outside. Dorsey passes to Sullinger. The three-pointer no good. Boston leading by 8. Here's Mr. Clutch.
57.
That's how you attack. Wow.
Agree.
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
57 points.
I mean, he gets
2 games in a row.
Atlanta calls timeout.
Yeah, the amount of points they've given up here in the paint, that's what they got to talk about.
You know, for the most part, the perimeter D is holding up. But they sacrifice some of that to close down the lane.
And now we've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, Mr. Clutch.
And guys, no doubt who our pick was going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
Turned up my whole drum. We go, we know.
Here's Schroeder. And it's sent back by Horford. Here's Mr. Clutch. And
59.
The glass on the layup. Mr. Clutch has got 59 points.
Strong work for him at the offensive end, helping them to maintain that lead.
And there's a whistle that goes on Mr. Clutch.
5 fouls right, damn it.
That'll be foul number 5 on him, and due to the bonus, we'll be headed to the free throw line.
Yeah, that's a bad move there. Stops the clock and puts the other side on the line.
Dennis Schroeder, the 17th overall pick in 2013 out of Germany. He's got a flair you don't associate with European
61.
players.
Count it. 61 points for Mr. Clutch.
It's fine to extend your defense to try and create turnovers, but guys have to help each other.
That's been a problem for them all game. Teamwork is something you just can't turn on and off.
He gets that one.
And when he gets the ball that deep, not much you can do to stop him.
He knows what he's good at. Gets the position he wants. Then with the tools.
Fouled.
And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That's good from Mr. Clutch. And guys,
62.
you think of some of the more slippery scores.
63.
James Hart, Isaiah Thomas, Manu Ginobili, they come to mind right off the bat. Does that give them, Steve, I'll begin with you, does that give them an advantage?
It does, Kevin, and people always would ask me why. because I don't know why they're left-handed. They do things different. They do things wrong. They jump off the wrong foot.
65.
Differently. And I think mentally as a right-handed guy, you're kind of guarding him how you would play. But left-handers definitely has an advantage playing the game of basketball.
Here's Schroeder following the bucket by the Celtics. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Dennis Schroeder out of Germany, a scoring-minded point guard. We know that. Started his career backing up Jeff Teague. Last season, though, the Hawks handed Schroeder the keys.
That's good from Schroeder. And the Hawks see Schroeder as their starting point guard of the future.
And they're not the only one who likes him. A lot of other GMs picking up the phone wondering if the Hawks might be willing to include him in a trade.
Here's Mr. Clutch.
Oh, that was about what I meant to do.
A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
There's a certain electricity to Schroeder's game, this time with a statement finish.
Here's Mr.
Oh, wow.
And the basket by Horford.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin.
So it's Boston.
Whatever, I had a
grabbing this
65.
one. They came in here and took.
Well, I hit 65 points tonight in a game I probably could have hit 70 if I was fucking did foul at the last second, which was stupid by me. I'll take it. Still haven't hit 70 yet, but one of these days I'm gonna hit 70. Give me my points.
Well, that basket must have looked as big as a rain barrel tonight. How did you keep that offensive flow going all game?
Shots went in. I mean, you know, my teammates, they just kept looking out for me every trip down the floor, and, you know, I just didn't want to let them down, so I just kept shooting. You know, if it weren't for them, I definitely would not have scored as much as I did. So, you know, I love playing with these guys.
Well, I'm sure the feeling's mutual. Congrats on the win, guys.
David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. So long, everyone.
Yeah. 65 points. Well, let's see what people have to say on social media after my game. Pat Pagach and the Celtics got us, but next time actually. Wait. That's what I'm talking about. Celtics with the win. It's time you go out there and sell me. Yo, Dave, man. Pat Buckets, great shot. Make Prince look bad. A little contact from Prince, no problem. Let's go. Three news. He continues. That's 56 in a row. Pat, we got 65 is enough to help the Celtics defeat. Well, they're tied for most field goals made in a regular season game, 25 by a Celtics player. Really? It's under endorsement. Send to loading endorsement. Loading endorsement. Okay, well, you guys, thank you for joining me. I'm going to end this video for today after a 65-point performance, and that's where it ends. We still have about, let's just see quickly, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 games to go in a regular season. Got some few big matchups here. down the stretch. We have Toronto here, and then Cleveland right here in a big game down the stretch. So yeah, we have a lot of games to go, but I'm excited about how we're playing lately. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for subscribing. Today we got a lot of subscribers on this channel. Keep subscribing to my channel. Keep liking this video. And if you want me to subscribe to your channel, please link down in the comment below, and I will do that if you subscribe to mine. Thank you for joining me. I will be back Monday. See ya, YouTube. Peace from Pat Buckets.